Good morning to you and happy first day of school to all of those teachers and families heading back to the classroom today. Of course, it will be a very busy year here for the Waterloo Community School District, and joining me this morning is Superintendent Dr. Jared Smith. Jared, thank you so much for joining me. So how many teachers and students do you anticipate to welcome today?
So we're looking here in the Waterloo schools, we're looking at right around 10,000 students. Wow. And about 800 certified employees, which would include mostly teachers. So we got a lot of people coming back today. It's going to be exciting here. We're outside Becker Elementary here. Yeah. This will be a buzzing place here in about 2 hours.
I know. I was going to say in just a couple of hours it will look a whole lot different. Of course, talking about arrival and transportation to school, obviously there was a little bit of difficulty at the beginning of last year. So how do you guys look to improve this school year, and kind of what have those conversations looked like with First Student?
Yeah, just to be clear, busing has been a universal issue. This is an issue affecting all school districts, not just Waterloo, but we know we could always improve in this area. We've done a lot of things over the summer to make sure that those bus routes arrive on time, make sure those kids feel good about where they're headed. We feel, one thing we've done is really just improve the efficiency of the routes. We feel like the routes are more, the timing is better to make sure most, that more kids can get to school on time. They always should be there on time. But we feel good about what we've come up with. We did a little trial run on Friday with about half of our students. Things went really well. So we think today is going to be another great day. Of course, there will be some bumps in the road, no pun intended, right? But there will be a few things come up, but give us grace. We're going to try our best to communicate, and I do feel really good coming into the school year.
And absolutely, and that's encouraging to hear, I'm sure, for a lot of families. And talking a little about early dismissals, obviously it's very hot outside. I'm sure our camera's still steaming up as we speak. So kind of talk a little bit about the heat and those early dismissals.
Yeah, so here in the Waterloo schools, we do have early dismissals built in for today and tomorrow. Ironically, these are the two hot days, the super hot days this week. So we think we'll be good, but of course, we do have a couple buildings that are still not air conditioned. So if things do get too hot later this week or in the next coming weeks, we do look at letting out. Those buildings let out early. But again, we feel good that we did have those in place for this year. Again, we're letting out early today. We're letting out early tomorrow. Those were already planned. And like you said, it's going to be hot, but we think we'll be prepared for it.
And how will that affect kind of athletic teams the next couple of days?
Yeah, it's too early to tell right now. Mm-hmm. Obviously, safety is the number one thing. So if we have to delay those practices until later in the evening, if we have to bring them indoors, we do all the efforts to make sure that our students and our coaches are safe. So again, that's kind of like a midday decision that our athletic directors across the district make.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you, Jared, so much. Of course, we have a lot more ground to cover in our next half hour, so make sure to stay tuned, guys. For now, live in Waterloo, Lily Cedardahl, News 7 KWWL.